In this video, I'm going to talk to you about the power of your words and how critical they are for influencing other people in a positive way. I'm Tanya Lacey, and this is some content from a program that we run called Influential Leadership. It's a 2-day learning experience. It's an opportunity to get away from the day-to-day and create space to work on your own leadership and your own vision and how you can get more out of the people that work with you and for you. So we're talking in this video about the power of your words. So I wanted to share a little story. It's quite a personal story about what really got me going in, I guess, this whole personal development space many years ago. And it's a story of my mentor. So the story goes that when I was younger, around the teenage years, I was in a transition of what I would do, whether I'd go on to further study or continue on at high school or what I would do. And a family member really paused and tuned into the dilemma that I was, experiencing, and basically said to me, "Tanya, I see you and you're good with people." So he said, "I see you and you're good with people." So he'd observed me. He was a relative in our family, and he was also an estate manager role at the time. So he was in, from a business perspective, observing that I was good with people. Now, I'd not actually ever observed myself like that. And the reason is, as Dr. Joe Dispenza says, when you're inside the jar, you can't see the label. And I was in the jar of who I am, so I couldn't see how I was showing up. But obviously my mentor had observed that I was good with people. And it wasn't until he actually said the words to me, "Tanya, I see you, you're good with people," that I got to see myself. And those very simple cut-through words that a 7-year-old would understand, cut through to my core in such a way that it actually shaped the trajectory and the direction that I took for my whole life and the whole world that I entered into in this world of personal and business growth and learning and development. So in influential leadership, I use that example and many, many others about the power of our words and what happens in our society now, today, with all the white noise, with our gadgets, with our applications, with our devices. We are being constantly and, consistently bombarded with information and a lot of words. And we're having words thrown at us all the time. And sometimes people just talk for the sake of talking. Sometimes people just, ramble on and are not conscious or deliberate about the language that they're using or the words that they're using. So this content in influential leadership in this video today is about how to really deliberately, consciously choose the words that you use, because you never know the full extent or how much your words are actually going to affect somebody else and the impact that they're going to have. And so if you're going to make a difference through your communication, I always say that you might as well make a positive difference. And so what this does is that this whole notion causes us to really start consciously thinking about the language we use, the words we use, not only with other people, but with ourselves. And words definitely have power. And I know that when we all grew up, there was, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, or words will never harm me. Well, that's completely untrue. I can ask you right now to think about a time when someone in authority or power over you used words that had a negative effect and how much that affected you. And even though that experience isn't here right now, it's lodged in your memory, perhaps in your mind or in your cellular memory. Perhaps it was your father, or perhaps it was a relative, perhaps it was your mother or a guardian, a sibling, an aunt, an uncle, a neighbour, a school teacher. Someone said something to you that was negative, had a negative effect on you, lodged inside your core, inside your being, and shaped the trajectory of the decisions that you took and that you made. And that is a very common experience. Conversely, someone may have said something to you in a positive way and made a positive comment to you, affirmed you, supported you, empowered you, and then you took those words that cut through to the core, and then those words encouraged you and shaped your whole trajectory and the decisions that you took and the decisions that you would make. And so this is really key for us to pause, realise and recognise that the words we use can be like darts, and they can be poison darts, or they can be darts of encouragement and empowerment. And so in this video, the simple message is to take particular notice and to self-observe the words that you use when you're communicating, not only to other people, but also to yourself. And not only verbally, but in writing. There's much more to say on that, and we definitely go into a little bit more, into more detail about that topic in Influential Leadership in the live event. I'll see what I can do in these video learning bites that you're finding. However, take ownership and responsibility for the words that you use, and take your time when you're communicating so that you really can choose your speak. So this video is all about the power of words and really understanding the power of words. I'm Tanya Lacey. This content is from Influential Leadership Program. You can find out more at influentialleadership.training or some links somewhere around this video. Thanks for watching, and I really hope this has served you in some way, helps you shape your influential leadership.